Hello, Meditation Master Kambiz Naficy, www.joyoflifeorganization.com. I'm bringing you a four-part series about how to connect with your authentic self. Many people have lost connection with their authentic self, and that's a source of misery, fear, and anxiety. In this first part, I'm going to talk to you about who your true self is. Your self is not your income, it's not your car, it's not your resume, it's not your home. Follow one deep breath to the depths of your heart, and you'll find that there's nothing more honest than that. When you follow one breath a whole mile down to the depths of your heart, you will feel true about something. That is your truth. That is your core. That is your center. Your truth is what you are. If I ask your mother, if I ask your best friend, if I ask your twin brother, who is this person? They'll come up with a word. That is your truth. When you follow a breath all the way to the depths of your heart, there is a quiet, still voice there. That is the voice of your courage. That is where your values are. Some of you defend justice at any cost. Some of you are the saviors of animals, plants, little children. Some of you are dancers. Some of you are natural singers. If you don't sing, you wither away. Your inspiration comes from your true self. What is it that always makes you smile? What is it that makes you hopeful? What have you been striving for all your life? You can say power, you can say money, it doesn't matter. Your self is your uniqueness. I want you to love your nose, love your eyelashes, love your weight, love your figure. You are not your makeup. There is an essence inside you. Think of all the times that you've had difficulty in your life, in all those difficult junctions of your life. Who has been the self inside you that has gotten through these difficulties? Some of you have had to immigrate. Some of you survived the death of a spouse. Some of you survived bankruptcy. Some of you earned your own college tuition. You have a self, my friend, at the center of you. There is a self that has always gotten you back up and going again. Who is that self? That self has never left you. Just imagine when you were first conceived in the womb of your mother, there was this force that made your cells multiply. This force was beyond DNA and stem cells. That force is throbbing inside you. You have a central self. Your faith comes from that centered self. There are things that you just know are true. And when you talk to some other people, they may laugh at you. It doesn't matter. You just know that there are certain things that are true. Your creativity, your problem solving comes from this self. You have personal boundaries, you have some boundaries. Sometimes you're able to say no to abuse. When people make requests that are just inappropriate, you have that willingness to say no. You're not out there pleasing other people all the time. This comes from your central self. My friend, if you lose the center of yourself, you have lost everything. The self is all there is. I am not talking about selfishness. This is not a talk about narcissism. You come from your center. You go into your center, and from your center, you radiate out to the rest of the world. If you lose that center, you have lost everything. When you crave sweet solitude, I am not talking about loneliness. This is a Sunday morning right now in Washington, D.C. I'm going to go take a walk afterwards. I'm going to say hi to children, okay? I'm not a lonely person, but there are times when I crave some sweet solitude. Love yourself, love your heartbeat. This is not selfishness. This is not egotistical behavior. You know what your ego is? Your ego is comprised of your fears, your anxieties. Do I have enough makeup on? Are my clothes looking good? You know, the ego confuses looking good with feeling good. Feeling good is that contentment of Kambiz, being at rest with Kambiz, when all of your powers flow in one direction. You don't have an internal civil war. That is connecting with your true self. So, where is your dignity coming from? Your sense of self-respect. What do you respect yourself for? Do not come up with a short answer. You are a respectable person. I don't care who you are. You could be in jail right now. Pause and ask yourself, what do I respect myself for? What right do I have to dignity? You are alive, my friend. There is a force behind your heartbeat, making that heart beat. Because you are alive, you have the life force inside you. Because you are alive and you have a life force inside you, you have a right to dignity. You are worthy because you're alive. The same force that keeps the palm tree green is the same force that's inside your heart. Because you have that force inside you, you have a right to self-respect, dignity. Where do your strong boundaries come from? Do not allow abuse. You were created in less than 40 weeks by a force that makes you the Pacific Ocean and the palm trees. As long as you are alive, you have a self. Who is that self that had gotten you beyond all of the difficulties? Bankruptcy, death of a dear one, finding a job, broken romance, and getting your life back together again. This is yourself. Do not lose that self, because when you lose the self, you have lost everything. This is what I had to say to you today. God bless. In the next session, we talk about how the original self, that center of you, your uniqueness, your skin color, your nose, your natural weight, how is that connection lost? That's what we talk about in the second session. God bless you.